percentages haven't been good, but when he's attacking and getting downhill and making the defense, the main thing with the Warriors offensively, be decisive. Draymond missing that at his feet. His defense has been much better this year. Missing the Warrior victory, 124-106. The defense missing that shot clock at 5. Podziemski trying to make something out of nothing. Post does another 3. Podziemski on the run out. Laying it up and out. Butler with the rebound, and then Jimmy is fouled. Looking around, seeing where the defense is, and making the right passes to Quentin Post. Part of the San Antonio staff prior to that. And they're 1-6 with him, but again, they've had defensively not so great. Zion on Draymond. And Draymond wins, cycling it all the way around. No dribbles, 0.5 basketball, but that's the shot you want. The power of Zion, and Moody came to help. And knocked out. He's not going to pass that. He's looking for his own there. Sadiq Bey up and up there, but he can dish out some punishment going downhill, but he's just such a size, and 2 of them early. Moses Moody rocks into a 3. More Pelicans team you can score on inside. They're 28th in blocks. Jeremiah Spears healthy. Jimmy Butler, beautiful fits ahead of Steve. You're in trouble. Jeremiah Spears with the quickness. Quentin Post. And Steve behind the back. Draymond to Moody. And that one knocked it. Green will just shoot the foul line jumper. Here in Maryland, he was the 13th pick of the draft. The lob, Draymond to Jimmy. And it's well executed. Butler's been averaging 20 on the homestand. Make a mistake, take advantage of it with him. Spears right to the rim. Mega inside, pump fake, and the finish. I think he's okay. Mega attacking Micah Peavy. Nice pass to GP2. And there's Queen in the trade with Atlanta. Jimmy Butler. Okay. Through Jimmy, let him set the screen and roll to the basket. To see all the attack up people. It's your college career, your international career, Olympics and others. Just thought outside the box with his game. Everybody wanted to kind of put him in top with Kuminga, Buddy Hield, and Will Richard. Buddy missing the wing jump. Kuminga's got to get it up. Will Richard beat the clock but didn't hit iron. And defense has been solid, and Spears finding Bey for the corner 3. The offense is always odd. Their Warriors are 1-3 without him this year. The Champs exploit them switching with split action, whatever you want. Deep Bey, well defended up line. Macy's quick. Macy's daring him to shoot a 3. And get missed. Peavy with a good steal there. And the lob. Richard out of the corner. Kuminga high for that rebound. And he's going to hammer. Gets to the glass. Kuminga made the dunk. Kuminga 3. Think about posting up Zion, but Peavy driving and a nice finish. 1-11. So now you start. Warriors all perimeter right now. Draymond just got to beat the buzzer. Air balls go to the offense. Shot clock at 2, and Alvarado net. Unless I had a terrible game, you know. The heel takes player out. I should play more. Zion giving that strong left hand. He saw Draymond play him. It leaves their biggest guy to go get the offensive rebound. Someone else has to get in there and battle. Richard missing that. Peavy with the mid-range, and that's Kavan's specialty. Peavy straight line drive and career high in his rookie year. Developing a little confidence. The Globetrotters, USF games, all at chasecenter.com/Black Friday. 2 men jump to Jimmy Butler, Pat Spencer, and Jimmy on those percent on threes is a career best. 87% free throwing. He does get to the free throw line. That's a 3 himself, barely tipped iron. Ricochet right inside, and you don't want Zion to get him. And Spears. Mitch McGowan missing there. The Mill had 18 points the other night. Podziemski now committed. He's going to keep fouling. And getting to the left hand, and I made that in. Just going to say, no, I want to go that way. But Post is fouled, so there. Looney jumper. Why not? And with no tempo or runouts, this half-court launch off. Deep Bey. He will draw the foul. That is something every business model should be following part all season. Who in the city cream jersey is going to get going? Spears 1,000 miles an hour, couldn't lay it in. Defender stayed up. Podziemski pump fake and all his creativity. Look, even Podziemski's banding. I mean, we've had so much stoppage time that Atlanta is analyzing that type of game. He's got an offensive foul with Zion and Draymond with another rebound. Moody for 3. Threes. Warriors take the most threes by percentage. They get to like clear a side, put Jimmy on one side of the floor. Draymond worked. They haven't scored in 5 minutes. Butler turning it over. That's a rarity. And Fears, quickest man to dunk that now. So you're going to take it out the net. Tougher to get out of transition. Butler finding Juice. Sadiq Bey, Micah Peavy, and Fears. McGowan's missing there. Against the Pelicans. Right. They allow tons of points inside. Jimmy driving. Fears has pushed everything clunky for the Warriors right now. Fears didn't finish that. Megan, there you go. Tic-tac-toe. Live in the front court, in the half court, I mean. Moody ends the strip. I don't know what move that was, but it's going to be. Alvarado switched on to him. Jimmy didn't finish there, but if you lose GP, he went tornado move. Peavy ricocheted out to Jimmy. Shot clock at 3. He checked it. Baseline 3. GP2's there. Position there. Finding Peavy. Yeah, unable to finish. Well, first of all, decides to submit. Moody putting it up and in. Well, that was pretty easy for him. There was no one really around him that time. But he's got the. Draymond was there. His last line of defense. Spencer running and pass finish. Alvarado. Spencer kind of an excuse me foul. Great golfer. Best lacrosse player in the country. Basket. He's got such a great attitude. He's like, coach, whenever you want to put me, whenever he gets an opportunity. What a beautiful delivery. And Mason, under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Fears out back 2. Thought about that 3. The lob to Butler. Whoa, no. It's a pass to your man. And, yeah, the rest of the way here. I don't know how much pain he's in. I know he has a high pain tolerance. In the bonus the rest of the half. Warriors owed his first half. Zion trying to get to that strong left hand, and he threw it away. Now jump. He spilled in the lane. Shot clock at 12. BC down the lane to lay it up and in. That's a nice shift just enough. Butler down the lane. GP2. He's there again to lay it in. Shot clock down to 7. Moody for 3. That's the free one, and it rattles out. Important, especially if this ends up being a close game. 8-second game. Shot clock difference winding down his half. Alvarado missing that 3. Into Jimmy again. Good catch. Good finish. Moody to play beat the clock with the runner. Getting the third. Zion Williamson holding at the elbow. Getting around Draymond to put it up. He's only got 8. Other lob to Jimmy. Knocked away and fouled. That was the same type of action we saw in the bifocals. You get adrenaline kind of playing through it. Toughness. Zion. Put 3. Pajemski. Zion, pretty good recovery. Reload. Out. Fierce, quickest man to the ball, just turned and fired one in from Moody catching that in motion and getting all the way to the rim. Skill with the left hand. Well, he wasn't going to take the 6 points in the first half, lying down. Switches, and Zion Wilson was just late getting to his man. Sadiq Bey, they beat Chicago 143-130. They've been scoring, they've been competitive. Set him up perfectly with that. Zion's going to back up and shoot a 3. And he does foul the draft. Fears and Derek Queen. I'd say it's a pretty good draft. 21 against Denver. Butler on the big man, Eve Mason. Post, tight roping the baseline. The first Pelican in double figures. Sadiq Bey right to the rim. Working here. Getting in the lane so easily. Draymond 3, ticked iron. Scoring on the other end. Zion able to pick up the dribble. Look at that. Post up Jimmy on Alvarado. Cycle around. Pajemski. Trying on his part. It didn't take very long. He got rid of it. You get the ball moving. They're behind. Moody catch and shoot. He was ready. Steal that. Ahead to GP2. It's a 2-on-1. Soars up and under. Called there. That's not a foul on Misi. Is that in the NBA when the shot blocker goes, especially if you're big and strong like a Jimmy Butler GP2. Sadiq Bey, but just enough GP2 close out. Fears will launch that 3. And Gary. Nifty move, couldn't finish. Try to attack the middle, get someone flashing in there. It's GP2. GP2, little floater, and himself. Wheels around to lay it up and in. Sadiq. Shot clock at 4. All right, that ring stepped out of bounds when they don't. Right now, 7 Warrior turnovers, New Orleans 9. And Sadiq may have to earn this one. This could be another close game, another clutch game is going that direction. When the Pelicans struggle in clutch games, it's like a scattered offensive set here. This quarter is strong, you turned it over. Okay, now the Warriors have had some giveaways. And good ball movement, Buddy on a reload 3, and he dropped it in. Pajemski caught that on the run, right to lay it up and in. Fears thought about that 3, flying down the lane, and lost it. And you gotta wait and see if you can get Jimmy Butler in there and expose that. Fears gonna hit that. And Buddy reeled one. Sadiq Bey up and in. Shot diet. The Warriors want J.K. to be very circumspect. So now that the NBACenter.com, Minnesota, the great opponent on Friday during the holiday. Draymond is back in. Nice lob to Jimmy. It's not finishing quarters, particularly at home. They did it in the first half, and Jimmy Butler's got 9. BC picked up the dribble. Here comes Zion. Get to that strong left hand to lay it up and out of career. That's Giannis, Kareem, and Zion Williamson. But you know he wants to get to the basket. So to Draymond, but Gallons is ready. And Zion, and we'll get to who's going to be ready for the league. But that environment, like this, I just saw the broken wing there. I went, oh. I know he was dry to go wayward. Waiting post from the Pat Spencer feed is going to happen when it comes to these rebounds anyway. And he seems to know who he is as a player. Free throw. Give pass to Draymond. Better pass to Buddy. Shooting tonight. Pelicans have been getting to the line and doesn't like that stat. He's saying, I'm going to try to get us back on top when it comes. It's so tricky. You come back, you feel like you're 100%. And whereas Moody had it knocked away. Evie in the lane to put it up. Moody for 3. And the Warriors missing that one short. Draymond 3. Some of these, go get them. Post. Loading it up and in. It's evident. I feel like the game is kind of slowing down for him, and he's kind of seeing the play before the zone now. Back in this. This worked for them in the first half. Fears left alone. Brandon finding Draymond again. They're daring him, and he's not been able to the basket. He clogged that up and then got out there. Fears hit one wing 3. Rattled out. Move and help. Moody time to seam it up. Right now the Pelicans are packing it in and just daring the Warriors to hit from the outside. Peavy knocked to the ground on that screen. Shot clock at 5. Brandon from the hash mark. Moody. Fears will watch again. That's the key in the second quarter. Will Richard catching 2-3. Will Richard. Gallons. Nice step around. Nice. He's ready to attack the rim no matter who is there. Dominguez first 3. Sadiq Bey answers with a triple of his own. Dominguez gonna launch another one and hits the clock at 3. Fade, fire, misfire, and Pete moves the ball shot to look up and watch the ball. You gotta find someone to try to swim move around you or spin move to get to the glass. So 1 of 2 player on the floor for the Pelicans. Pat Spencer will challenge him and float it right. Bey initially. And Bey using that strength, took him right to the rim, and the room is needed because they have to learn how to win. They put themselves in on the 3-point play. GP2, corner 3. And wheels in the lane. Finding Buddy here, corner 3. And GP2. Again, all these free throws, the take foul in the first half. Alvarado, corner 3. Rebound. Sadiq Bey has been the guy launching a 3. Just ticked on pocket 7. Going to shoot over him from the foul line, rattle that out. BC going to attack. That is an offensive foul to speak of for both teams really a lot of the night. Draymond inside. Battle went to the offense. Needs to help out. Sadiq Bey's going to go score. He will draw to this, not threatening enough. Pelicans are in the bonus the rest of the game. And 12th against Minnesota. Don't pay ticket fees. Disparity 30-14. Bey 1 of 2. Pajewski was not behind it. Gallons. Design broken up by Draymond. 3.5 of crunch time. And GP2. Smooth his feet, no blow by. Butler. Back to GP2 again. To take advantage. Zion back out to Fears for 3. Off iron. Jimmy again. Riding on the baseline. Flipping it up and out. As the Pelicans are in the bonus. Fears. Nice step through, but couldn't finish the shot. And shot clock at 3. Bey is on him. He's got to just launch. Can you add to the 6-point lead? Butler does and makes it an 8. Step around. GP2. Ball game. Oh, GP2. He's had a wonderful game. And then Draymond fouling Zion. Grandparents knocked that one down. So just put it on NBC Sports Bay Area and throw your remote away. D'Anthony Melton's getting close to a return. That's going to be fun. And Jimmy Butler got it in the first half in a double T. So if he's involved in the second double T, I mean, swipe at you there. Now Draymond foul. You don't want to talk to Draymond. You don't want to talk to Jimmy Butler. He did it. Draymond just cares about winning. Ball free throw. Defensive player of the year. You know, at this stage of all their careers,
As Everett was just overshadowed because his cousin Vince Carter, right? Crazy.
oh man, BC was, insanity was since. Look back at a W. There's no, this isn't college football. There's no tonight.
Zion, right down the lane.
Does not happen normally. 24-9 free throws and a half.
But again, the Warriors had to rely on him, and he came through.
Dubs will have a couple days and get ready for it. They put 5 players in double figures. Steve Kerr and James Borrego with it.